Hello and welcome to this crochet lace tutorial. Today we'll be making our 12th square in the series, which is this lovely design which features a red clematis within an octagonal frame, and it's then bordered by this colourful border of motifs. This is one of our most complex squares to date because after we've made this octagon shape, we're going to be working our rounds 9 and 10 in separate motifs. So it does require a little bit of extra concentration, this one, but we're going to go through it step by step in this tutorial today. So shall we have a look what we'll need? For this square, we're going to need 5 colours of our cotton yarn, the navy which came with this issue, white, red, mint and turquoise, a pair of scissors, a couple of stitch markers, a 1.75mm crochet hook and a yarn needle. Round 1, we're going to start with the magic ring. Make a cross on 2 fingers, turn your hand over, go under the first loop, pick up the second, make a twist on your hook, then make a slip knot with the yarn just there. Then take it off your fingers and it's ready to use. Into the magic ring, we're going to start with chain 3. That counts as our first treble, and then we're going to work 23 treble into the magic ring. Join the round, we're going to work a slip stitch into the top of our starting chain, just there. We're going to change colour, we're going to change to white. So work your slip stitch in the white yarn, and that is our round 1. We can now cut off our navy yarn and we're ready for round 2. Round 2, we're going to be using our white yarn. We're going to start with chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch this time. We're then just going to work a double crochet in each of the stitches around, so there'll be 24. So that's our 24 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, and we can join with a slip stitch to our starting chain. And that is our round 2. Round 3, we're going to start with chain 1 and double crochet in the same stitch. We're then going to chain 7. Miss the next 2 stitches and double crochet in the next stitch. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're going to be working chain 7, miss the next 2 stitches and double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do it 7 times and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've done that 7 times, you're going to chain 3. And we're going to join to our first double crochet with a double treble. We are going to be changing colour on the last part of this stitch. So we're going to do a double treble into our double crochet. We're going to go till we have 2 loops left on the hook. Then we're going to pick up our red yarn and pull that through the last 2 loops. So we're ready with our red yarn for the next round, and we can leave our white yarn at the back of our work. Round 4. We're using our red yarn and we're going to chain 3. We're going to work 2 treble, 2 half treble and 1 double crochet in the same space. So 2 treble, 2 half treble, and 1 double crochet. Chain 1, then work 1 double crochet, 2 half treble, 3 treble, chain 3, 3 treble, 2 half treble, 1 double crochet, all in the next chain 7 space. So we're starting with 1 double crochet, 2 half treble, three treble, chain 3, another 3 treble, another 3 treble, two half treble, and 1 double crochet. That's all in that chain 7 space. And that is our repeat for this round. So it's chain 1, then we're working 1 double crochet, 2 half treble, 3 treble, 3 chain, 3 treble, 2 half treble, 1 double crochet in the next 7 chain space. So that is our repeat for this round. We're going to work it 6 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that and how we finish off the round. When you've worked that repeat a further 6 times, you're going to chain 1, then work 1 double crochet, 2 half trebles and 3 trebles in this first chain space. Be careful not to work over your white yarn. Chain 1, and then finish with a half treble into the top of our starting chain, and we're going to be changing back to our white. We're going to complete our half treble with our white yarn, which is just hiding behind. And that is our round 4, and we can now cut off our red yarn. Round 5, we're going to be using our white yarn. We're going to start with chain 1 and double crochet in the first stitch. We're then going to chain 2 and work 1 spike double treble in the next double crochet from round 3. So it's this white stitch just here. So double treble just in there. The spike stitch just means that we're going over the 2 rounds. Then we're going to work 4 trebles around the spike double that we've just made. So we're using this almost like it's our chain space. So we're going to make 4 trebles around it. Just like that. You then chain 2 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're working chain 2, then 1 spike double treble in the next double crochet from round 3. So it's that white stitch in the valley just there. You're then going to work 4 trebles around your spike double treble, just like we just did here, as if we're using our spike double treble as a chain space. Chain 2, then 1 double crochet in the next 3 chain space. That is our repeat. We're going to work it 6 times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked your repeat 6 times, we're going to chain 2 and work another spike double treble crochet in that double crochet just there, and then 4 trebles around it. Chain 2. And then we're going to join with a slip stitch to our starting chain. And we're going to be joining with our mint yarn. Have your mint yarn ready and work your slip stitch in your mint yarn. You can now cut off your white yarn. Round 6, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to work 1 double crochet in the double crochet stitch just there. Then 2 double crochet in the 2 chain space. Then we're going to work over our trebles and work 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Chain 1, miss the next stitch, and work 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then 2 double crochet in the next 2 chain space. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're working 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, 2 double crochet in the next 2 chain space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 1, miss the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochet in the next 2 chain space, and then finally 2 double crochet in the next 2 chain space. That is our repeat. We're going to work it 7 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked that repeat 7 more times, all we need to do to join the round is work a slip stitch in our starting chain. We're going to be changing colour on this slip stitch. We're going to be changing to our navy yarn. Have your navy yarn ready and work your slip stitch in your navy yarn. We can leave our mint yarn attached and keep it at the back of our work. We're going to be using that on round 8. But that is our round 6. Round 7, we're going to be using our navy yarn, and we're going to start with chain 3. We're then going to work 1 treble in the next 4 stitches. We're then going to work 3 treble in the 1 chain space. And 1 treble in each of the next 9 stitches. And that is our repeat for this round. So it's 3 treble in the 1 chain space and then 1 treble in each of the next 9 stitches. You're going to repeat that 6 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked that repeat 6 more times, we're going to work 3 treble in our next 1 chain space. And then treble in each of the next 4 stitches. We're then going to join with a slip stitch to the top of our starting chain, but we're going to be picking up our mint colour again, which is just behind here, and we can make our slip stitch in our mint yarn. Round 8, we're going to be using our mint yarn. We're going to start with chain 1 and work a double crochet in the same stitch. We're then going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. In the next stitch, we're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and another double crochet. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 11 stitches. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're working 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next 11 stitches. That is our repeat for this round. We're going to work it 6 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked that repeat 6 more times, we're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then double crochet in the last 5 stitches. We're then going to join it with a slip stitch to our starting chain. We're now finished with our mint yarn, so we can cut that off. Round 9 and 10 are going to be worked in parts. So we're going to start with round 9, working our right side part. This is part 1. So we join with yarn A to the 5th double crochet from round 8. So our 5th one is just there. And we're going to chain 3. You're then going to treble in the next 2 stitches. And treble in the 1 chain space. We're then going to turn our work. This counts as part of round 10 and is our wrong side part 1. So we're going to continue on from the stitches that we're doing. We're going to do chain 3. We're then going to treble in the 3 stitches. Can then fasten off our navy yarn. So if I turn it round the right way again, you can see what we've done is we've done 2 rows of treble stitches. So this is going to branch over round 9 and round 10 of our finished motif. So what we're going to do is work these little treble sections all the way around. And the next one we're going to place starts in our 1 chain space. So our 1 chain space just here. So we're going to rejoin our yarn to our 1 chain space and do the same thing. So chain 3, and treble in the next 3 stitches. Turn, chain 3, and treble in the 3 stitches. And cut your navy yarn again. Our next block starts after 7 stitches. So we miss 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we start our next block here. So join our yarn and do the same thing. So chain 3. This time we're going to treble in the next 2 stitches and 1 in the chain space. Turn, chain 3, and treble in the 3 stitches. And cut our navy yarn again. So we rejoin our yarn to the next 1 chain space. You're then going to chain 3 and work treble in the next 3 stitches, turn, chain 3 and treble in the next 3 stitches. Then you can break off your navy yarn. You're then going to skip the next 7 stitches and rejoin your yarn. You're going to chain 3, treble in the next 2 stitches and treble in the chain space. Turn, chain 3 and treble in those 3 stitches. You can then cut off your navy yarn again. That is our repeat, and you're going to continue doing that until you've got 8 of these little columns. So when you finish working that repeat, you'll have 8 of these little columns, and keep your navy yarn attached to your last one. And that is this part of round 9 and 10 complete. On the next few rounds, we're going to be making motifs that go in between our little columns and fill out the gaps. Motif A. So this is part of round 9 and 10. We're going to be making motifs to join in the narrow spaces between our columns. So if you look at your square as it is now, with your starting place from the last round here and your ending place here, you'll notice that your columns are differently spaced. So they're sort of in pairs. You've got gaps that are smaller and then larger, and it gives you this sort of pairing system. So the first motifs that we're going to make are going to fill in the small gaps. So for our little motifs, motifs A, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be joining our yarn to our second starting chain of what counts as round 10. So round 10 counts as this second row up on our trebles, and our second one is this one round here. So this is our first one. This is our second one. So it's this starting chain when we turned round the corner. So we're going to join our yarn to that second starting chain from what counts as round 10. Chain 4. We're then going to slip stitch in our 4th double crochet. So it's the middle one of this group of 7. That one there. Slip stitch in that one there. Then we're going to chain 4. Then then we're going to slip stitch into the treble on the next column. So it's the treble on round 10, so the higher up bit. And we're going to slip stitch into there. So that you get this V that joins the two columns. We're then going to turn our work. Chain 2. Then we're going to work a double treble 3-stitch cluster in the second slip stitch. So it's this space down in the bottom here. So a double treble 3-stitch cluster. We're going round the hook twice and into the stitch. You're going to work your double treble as normal, leaving the last 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to do that 3 times. You'll have 4 loops left on the hook when you've done that 3 times. Go round and through all 4. Then chain 5. And work another double treble 3-stitch cluster in the same place. Chain 2 and join with a slip stitch where we started, just in there. We can now cut off our mint yarn. So that is the first of our motif A's. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be joining our yarn to that second starting chain from round 10. We then chain 4 and slip stitch in the middle double crochet here, the 4th one. Chain 4 again and slip stitch in the treble from round 10 on the opposite side. So you're making that foundation V. You're then going to turn your work over, chain 2 and work 1 double treble 3-stitch cluster in that middle stitch. Chain 5, work another double treble 3-stitch cluster in the same stitch, chain 2, and then you're going to join where we started. So that is our motif A, and you're going to work it 3 more times in that narrow space between the columns. I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. So after you've worked that repeat another 3 times, you'll have 4 of the motifs A's that are filling in the narrow gaps between the columns. So for the next section, we're going to be making motif B, and we're going to be working in these larger sections, these larger gaps between our columns. We're going to start with our white yarn. We're going to join our white yarn to, in essence, what is the same place as we started our motifs B in. It's the second standing chain on row 10, but we're working on the other side of our motifs. We're going to join our yarn in there. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to work a double crochet in that same space. And we're going to chain 4. Then we're working on our mint stitches at the base. We're going to skip the first one and work a double crochet in the next one. Chain 2, miss the next 3 stitches and work 1 treble, chain 5 and 1 treble in the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 1 treble, chain 5, and another treble. Chain 2, miss the next 3 stitches and double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 4 and slip stitch around this first treble from round 10 in our column, like we were doing on our mint motifs. We're then going to put our white yarn on a stitch marker. We're then going to use our turquoise yarn and we're going to join it to our first 4 chain space. So it's these white stitches here, this first 4 chain space, join in the turquoise yarn there. And we're going to chain 1 and double crochet in the same space. So we're going to chain 2, You're going to work a picot, so chain 2 again and slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. Chain 2. Then we're going to work 1 treble 3-stitch cluster, chain 2, 1 picot and chain 2 3 times in the next 5 chain space. So it's this chain space in the middle here. So let's do this a bit more slowly. So we're going to start with a treble 3-stitch cluster. So we're working 3 trebles, leaving the last part on the hook. We've done these before. We'll have 4 loops when you've finished your 3 trebles. Go round and go through all 4. We're then going to chain 2 and work another picot. So that's another chain 2 and slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. And another chain 2. So that's the repeat for what we're doing in this 5 chain space. We're going to do it 3 times. So another cluster, chain 2, picot, and chain 2. So that's our final treble 3-stitch cluster. Then we chain 2 one last time, make another picot, and chain 2. And then we're going to double crochet in this next 4 chain space. Then we're going to turn and work back on these stitches again. So now we're going to work back on our turquoise stitches and we're going to chain 7. Then we're going to work in the top of this central treble 3-stitch cluster and we're going to work another 3-stitch cluster, chain 3, 3-stitch cluster, chain 3, 3-stitch cluster. So let's do that. So we've got 1 more treble 3-stitch cluster, chain 3, so that is 1 treble 3-stitch cluster, chain 3, another treble 3-stitch cluster, chain 3, and a final treble 3-stitch cluster, all in that same second treble 3-stitch cluster that we just did on the previous round. So it's in the top of that. We then chain 7. And we're going to join with a slip stitch where we started. Just there. We can then cut our turquoise yarn, turn our work back over and pick up our white yarn. So take it off your stitch marker, pick up our white yarn. We're going to chain 2 and turn our work again. We're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 5 and another double crochet in this 7 chain space. We're going to chain 5 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space. We're going to do that twice. Chain 5, so we're going back over this motif again here. Chain 5 again. Then we're going to work that 1 double crochet, chain 5, 1 double crochet in the 7 chain space. So we're mirroring what we did on this first side here. Then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to join our white yarn where we started our white yarn with another slip stitch. And we can cut off our white yarn. And take a deep breath, I think. So that is our motif B. So our next motif B starts in this starting chain of this column here. This is a really good idea to follow along with the chart. You could even rewind the video and watch as I redo this motif as you make your other ones, and follow along with the chart at the same time. Once you've done one more motif, I think you'll have it in your head and you'll be fine with the other 2. But we just need to do it 3 more times, and I will show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked that full motif 3 more times, your square is going to be looking a bit like this. And it's a good idea, like I have, to take this opportunity to weave in your ends. There are a lot of ends after finishing off all our motifs over round 9 and 10. So it is a good idea to weave them in now, and then it's clear to see where your stitches are for the next few rounds. But yeah, after all that effort with making all our different motifs for these rounds, I think the effect is absolutely beautiful. It's rare that we have rounds that are so multicoloured, and I think that's what's going to make this square look really unique. Round 11, and we can pick up our navy yarn, which is just on the stitch marker at the back here. We haven't seen it in a while, we've been doing all those motifs. And we're going to start with chain 3. And this is one of those rounds where it's going to sound more complicated than it is, because we're going to be stitching into different parts from different motifs. Really all we're doing is doing a chain and double crochet border, but we're actually adding in some trebles to these columns here. So we're going to start with 1 treble in each of the 3 trebles. Then chain 3 and double crochet in the next 5 chain space, which is this green one in the middle here. Chain 3 again. We're then going to treble in the next 4 treble stitches. If your last treble stitch is hiding, you can just go into the space below it. It'll be fine. Chain 3. And then double crochet in the next 5 chain space. So that's this one here. Then we're going to work chain 5 and double crochet in the next 5 chain space 4 times. So we're going to work our way around the corner. So chain 5 and double crochet in the next space. We're going to do that 4 times. So that takes us all the way around our corner there. We then chain 3. And we're going to work a treble in each of our 4 treble stitches just here. And that is the end of our repeat for this round. So our repeat starts with chain 3, and then we double crochet in the next 5 chain space. So it's that one in the middle of the mint motif just there. We then chain 3, and we're going to work 1 treble in each of the next 4 trebles, so our navy trebles. Chain 3 and double crochet in the next 5 chain space. So we're starting on our corner motif here. We then chain 5 and work 1 double crochet in the next 5 chain space 4 times, which will take us round the corner. Chain 3 and then work 1 treble in each of the next 4 trebles. That is our repeat. We're going to work it twice more, and you're going to end your partial repeat after we've worked our way around this corner, doing chain 5, double crochet in the next 5 chain space 4 times. So I'll meet you back here when we've done that and show you how we finished the round. When you've worked that repeat twice more and your partial repeat, we're going to end with chain 3. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of our starting chain just here. We could then cut off our navy yarn. round 12, we're going to be using our white yarn and we're going to join it to our second 3 chain space. So this is where we ended our round. This is our first 3 chain space. This is our second. So we're going to join our yarn just there. We're going to chain 1 and double crochet in the same stitch. We're then going to chain 7 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space. Chain 7, double crochet in the next 5 chain space. We're going to do that twice. Chain 9, and double crochet in the next 5 chain space. Chain 7, double crochet in the next 5 chain space. Chain 7, and double crochet in the next 3 chain space. We're going to do that a total of 4 times along this side. So that's chain 7, double crochet in the next 3 chain space 4 times, and that is the end of our repeat for this round. So our repeat starts with chain 7, double crochet in the next 5 chain space. We're going to be doing that twice. Chain 9, then double crochet in the next 5 chain space. That gives us our corner space. Chain 7, then double crochet in the next 5 chain space. Then chain 7, double crochet in the next 3 chain space 4 times. That is our repeat. You're going to work it twice more, then you can go ahead and work a partial repeat. So you're going to work your partial repeat up until you've worked round the corner. So we're going to be doing that chain 9, double crochet in the next 5 chain space, then chain 7, double crochet in the next 5 chain space. If you'd like to go ahead and do that, I'll meet you back here when we've done it and I'll show you how we finish off the round. When you've worked that repeat twice more on your partial repeat, your square will be looking like this. And we're going to work chain 7, double crochet in the next 3 chain space twice. Then to join the round, we're going to chain 3 and work a double treble into our first double crochet. And that is our round 12. Round 13, we're going to start with chain 1 and double crochet in the same space. We're then going to chain 5 and double crochet in the next 7 chain space, and we're going to do that 3 times. We're going to chain 5 and double crochet in the next 9 chain space. Then we're going to chain 3 and double crochet in the same space. We're then going to work chain 5, 1 double crochet in the next 7 chain space 7 times. That is 7 times there. We then chain 5 again. And then we work double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the next 9 chain space. And that is our repeat for this round. So we start with chain 5, double crochet in the next 7 chain space. We do that 7 times. Then we chain 5 and work 1 double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the next 9 chain space. We're going to do it twice more and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you work that repeat twice more, we need to work chain 5, double crochet in the next chain space 3 times. To end, we're going to chain 5 and join with a slip stitch. And that is our round 13. Round 14, we're going to start with chain 1 and double crochet in the same space. We're then going to work 5 double crochet in the next 5 chain space. And 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to repeat that until we get to our 3 chain space in the corner. So 5 double crochet in each chain space, 1 double crochet in each stitch. In our corner space, we're going to be working 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Then 1 double crochet in the stitch on the other side. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're working 5 double crochet in every 5 chain space and 1 double crochet in each stitch. When we get to that corner 3 chain space, we're going to be doing 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. If you want to go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and when you get to the end you can join with a slip stitch, and I'll meet you back when we've done that and we'll have a look at our finished square. And here we have our finished square 12. This one is definitely going to benefit from having a block and a press. And then if you haven't done so already, go ahead and weave in your ends and then pop a little number on with number 12 and store it away with your other squares until we're ready to put our throw together. I think this one turned out so beautifully. I really love the central flower design, and I know making the separate motifs was a little bit fiddly, but it just gives such a beautiful effect. It's just definitely worth it. So thank you very much for joining me for this tutorial today. I hope your square turned out just as nice as mine, and I hope you'll join me for the next tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.